Hello, and welcome to the stream. How are we all doing tonight? Hello, Chris. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing alright. Figured it's been quite a while since I've streamed this game. Yes, I'm drinking iced tea. No, I'm getting ready to drink some wine. It's a lot better with ice in it, though. When I first tried it, I didn't care for it. I was trying to wait for a few people to get here before I really streamed. Well, before I really started the story. I've never really had a chance to have a headache from wine because I've only drank it really one time before now. I've tried it before, didn't care for it. But this one's pretty good. It sucked without ice, though. Let's see, where did I set that bottle? Just so I can see what exactly it says. Apple pie flavored. I'd planned to do the stream during the day, but I kind of just put it off until now. Oh, look, we have 3 people in here now. Tis a shame I can't see who's all watching. Have my other phone finally powered on so I can use it to look at chat instead of having it play from my TV slash PlayStation, because it likes to disconnect the chat a lot. Don't know why, but it does. Go ahead and share this out some more. Possibly if my other phone. Oh, cool. There's an error in the network. Whatever the hell that means. So that's cool. Oh shit. No clue why it wasn't sending out, because it's fully connected. What the hell? Try turning it off and back on my other phone, see if that works. Because I know it's still connected, because I have it up on my TV too, just because this one's messing up. Okay, there it went. Finally it sent. That was awful stupid of it. Let's see. Who else to send it to? Don't know. Oh well. Fuck it. Okay, bring up YouTube back up on my other phone so I can see chat. Oh, the loading on this phone sucks. Doesn't seem like a lot of people are going to be coming. Oh well. Give them about another minute. So, what's new? Yeah, but that's just what kids do. They're supposed to drive you nuts. You know what the nice thing is about not having a lot of viewers? You can actually keep up with chat. Because I've seen some of those people that have a couple thousand in their stream all at once. And oh boy, is it crazy. I guess that is the good thing about my channel. It'll probably always stay small. So, ain't no skin off my back. But yeah, I can't wait for my cousin to come back up here from Kentucky. Because we plan on doing some D&D campaigns. And I talked to him about streaming it, and he was like, Hell yeah. So that'd be kind of cool, streaming a real campaign instead of, I don't know, something like this that just has a couple of choices without any dice rolls. Because the dice rolls is half the fun of the game. Oh wow, that's cool. That was awful fast too that you got those three done. Do you already have the six-sided die completed? I only asked about the six-sided one because I was going to see if you could do something special with it. The six-sided die is just a normal die, like the ones people play 10,000 with, or craps at Las Vegas, whatever. Cool. Because you know that hyperlink I sent you the other day that had the colors? I was going to see if there was any way, like, after you get done with it, like if you could engrave that on there somehow. What up, Sobet? How's it doing, brother? How you doing? It's going pretty decent. if you can't, it's no biggie. I just thought it'd be really cool. Right on, so bad. Because the colors that I chose out were from that album. That's why I chose those colors. Because it's a really dope album. Okay, since there are a few people here, looks like I can actually start. As you learned long ago. Oh, what up, D? How you doing, brother? That's alright too, Chris. You can do that. I'm doing good. Alright, whatever you want to call it. Oh, it says I'm up to 5 people now. Right on. Anyways, it is best to take a deep breath and count up to 3 when your blood is boiling up like that. This simpleton does not. This simpleton does his master's bidding. Looking up the stairway, there are many more doors in sight. You have not been able to make out any consistent pattern or frequency for doors appearing in the stairway. The doors you've seen so far have been in a variety of shapes and sizes. Everything from massive doors taller than 3 men and wider than 5, to one tiny door barely large enough for a cat. Most of them appear to be decorated, but it's often difficult to tell what the decorations truly mean. Something that looks like a picture could just as easily be a complex spell formation, or some forgotten language describing the contents of the world beyond. One door nearby is covered from top to bottom in intricate engravings, inlaid with gold and gems, depicting dwarves beneath a mountain. Another is painted showing nude creatures of many different sorts dancing on a gentle landscape or flowering fields and rolling hills. The clouds in the painting slowly roll across the painting. The clouds in the painting slowly roll across the face of the door, causing the colors to shimmer between the sun and shade, and promising a cool and refreshing. Well, I already read that message. Vinral afternoon. Lies. That's what's up, D. You have yourself a little fun time, did you? A little further up, a circular door is covered with an illusion of slithering snakes devouring each other and laying eggs. You suspect there might be some honesty to that one, and you also suspect few lost travelers take that door. See, that's what I did too, Sobet, except it was popcorn chicken that I was eating. Gods, how will I choose, you think? It seems unlikely that you can bribe Drathrix to help you. You had expected trouble the day you escaped the abyss, and so you did not wear much jewelry. No necklace or earrings, nothing you could. Anyways, where was I? Sorry, I was looking at chat. Alright. No necklace or earrings, nothing that could be ripped out of your flesh or used to choke you in combat. All you're wearing is a large sapphire ring, worn more as a weapon than accessory. Other than that ring, you could possibly offer favors. Something tells you this creature would not be tempted by either. Perhaps his simplicity can actually be used to my advantage, you think. Never mind, you say. I would not expect you to betray your duty. If one of these doors leads to a world with humans, I do not expect you to tell me. Be sure to walk past the door of any human world without any mention or gesture toward it. You hasten up the stairway, and Drathrix follows. Now, as he continues to blather about travelers, you watch his eyes carefully. Do his eyes betray anything as the two of you pass by each door? Unfortunately, he keeps his eyes fixed on you, completely expressionless, and even his incessant blinking does not follow any particular pattern that you can see. You position yourself on the other side of him so that his eyes naturally pass uh, near the doors of the one wall of the spiral staircase. Still no clues. His eyes are locked on you. Would you mind not looking at me so intently? You say, you know how I fear dragons. Very well, he says, turning his head. His gaze is now locked straight up the stairs. Now, as I was saying, the Sphinx thought I was one of his children. More than anything, the Sphinx was afraid of his own child. He told me later that Sphinxes always endeavor to murder their parents. Is that not interesting? It happens, you say dismissively. Now that Now, what I think is interesting is how the gods allow illusions on the staircase. I mean, what if such a description were used to lure someone into an accident? You nod toward a door beside him with a city floating on a cloud. Once the Sphinx realized I was not his child, the first thing he did was challenge me to a riddle, says Drathrix. Without looking at the door, of course I refused. I did not know refusal was an option, you say. The Sphinx seemed surprised too, says Drathrix, his voice rising in excitement. Perhaps their spells do not work on paradons, I was going to say. Is that an illusion? You interrupt as you point to the next door up the staircase. The door is covered in churning water, as though you were looking down on a pool of seawater. Gouts of water fell straight out of the door and then fell downward. The expelled spray and droplets disappear before striking the steps. Drathrix looks over at the door, briefly then focuses ahead. I cannot answer that. You curse in your mind as you settle on listening to his story. There might be some clue in it. Sphinxes typically come from relatively hospitable worlds. Maybe he will mention what sort of door it ended up going through. Hurried footsteps echo from above. I shall hide as not to frighten this traveler, says Drathrix. His dragon form blurs for a moment, and then he is gone. Drathrix, you say. Invisible, you suppose. The footsteps are becoming louder very quickly. Heavy footsteps with hard slapping. Really, you're gonna decrease my mana? Whatever. With a minor extra. Can't talk tonight. Fuck me. Exertion of your will. You hide your horns and wings. Around the bend above comes a horned devil. Ooh. As tall as 1.5 men. Surprised it's not 2.5 men. Hot steam hisses off of the beast's red skin. His wide face is dominated by a pair of tusks and 2 long horns that raise high up into the air. Immediately, his blazing eyes set on you. He opens his mouth, full of razor-sharp teeth, and a throat growling like a furnace. He carries a softly glowing rolled. Okay, I'm back. That's weird. Okay. He has a long whipped tail and 1 mangled wing. What must have been his other wing is only a jagged stub. Devils are the worst. Devils are sworn enemies of the demons of your home lair. It's unknown when the war between devils and demons began, but it is said that this war will never end. Not until one or the other is wiped from the multiverse. Ooh, this delves into the multiverse theory? Hell yeah. This devil is one of the minions from the lair of hell known for its fire and sulfur. No doubt the mild temperature of the infinite staircase is a torture to him. No wonder he is in a hurry. You stand in the middle of the staircase, your head held high. Make way, carry on, sucking maggot, he says in the infernal language. Damn, a lot of messages just popped up on the side. Threw me for a loop for a second. He does not know what I am, you think. Devils have very specific profanities reserved for succubi. Yet he addresses you like he might a human. What do you do? Get out of his way, insult him, block his path, attempt to trip him. What do you all think? No thoughts? I shall be right back, y'all. And I am back. Now, that's the question now, isn't it, Chris? What the hell did I do with my remote? There it is. I don't really know what I want to do to him. I mean, if I get out of his way, there's definitely nothing that's gonna happen. If I insult him, then of course a fight's gonna break out. If I block his path, that's also gonna be a fight. Attempt to trip him, I doubt that's really gonna work. Let's see. I mean, yeah, I can boost, but I can only do it, I think, 3 times a chapter. So if I really need life or something, or mana, I can't really get it. Guess I can give myself a couple mana. Oh, I can spend a few. Okay. So I'll boost my mana up to what my life is for now. No commercial, I'm not gonna listen to you. Anyways, where am I? Alright. So the top 3 are the only possibilities I'm going to do. Or, not the top 3. The second one, I don't think I'm really gonna do. I kinda want his flaming sword, though. You know what? I'm gonna boost my life up a couple. And I'm gonna trip his ass. Just because. Morale increased too. Ugh. You'll use the Devil's Haste against him. You begin running up the stairs and then veer as though to cut across his path to a safe place on the other wall, except you trip as he draws near and sprawl out in front of him. He leaps over you and ugh. Why can I not talk tonight? Now, where was I? In feigned panic, you kick your legs up. Your shin connects with his foot, tangling him up, jolting you to roll a few steps down. Meanwhile, the devil's fears worsen as he falls face first onto the stairway, dropping his contract as he breaks his fall. His flaming sport. Ugh. Oh, why can't I talk? His flaming sword sparks against the stone, but he holds on to it. That was an accident, you shout up the stairs. Hoping the unseen do not judge your action as violence. What do? Insult the devil for his clumsiness, go for the contract, or run. Now you see, I can't really fight this dude, or else something bad's gonna happen. I'm gonna take his contract. You roll onto your feet in an instant and rush down the stairway. The devil claws toward the contract, but you get there first and pick it up. Oh my, what is this I've found? You say. The devil gets to his feet and now towers over you. He puts out his open hand. A flame shoots up from his palm. Give that to me. Is this yours? You say in infernal as you clutch the contract to your chest. Yes, give it to me or suffer an eternity of torment, he shouts. Shouts the devil. You devils always use that one. You give a short laugh and then narrow your eyes at him. I think you lie. I think you are wishing to lay claim to something that is now mine. Give it back now, maggot! He raises his flaming sword. You wag your finger as you reveal your true nature, unfurling your wings and extending your horns. Does the Dark Lord teach you forkers? Really? Fuck that, I'm gonna do it right. Does the Dark Lord teach you fuckers nothing of manners? You offer him your sweetest smile. Fuckers is about the worst thing you can call a devil. Oh, forker, as in, alright, I got it. Never mind. His eyes widen. Succubus. His skin bursts into flames. As a succubus, you have some resistance to fire, but this heat brought on by pure rage singes you. The devil savagely swings his sword. You're ready for it, and duck. Even more heat beats down on you for a moment as the blade passes overhead. A giant of a man, much taller than the devil, appears behind him. He is knee-trembling handsome, in a robe of crimson, encrusted with countless jewels. Long curved horns spread out of his forehead. He has a long scepter with an immense ruby head. The Dark One. Prince of Devils, you wonder? In any case, this handsome newcomer is definitely a devil. The devil with the flaming sword screeches in terror and cowers. The handsome devil beside him swings his mighty scepter, lifting the devil off of his feet and sending him crashing against the wall. No violence on the stairway. A chorus of voices erupt from the giant, handsome devil. It then disappears. One of the unseen? It must be, yet it surprises you that it did not appear as a dragon to you. Perhaps this form is dependent on the greatest fear of whomever the unseen is focusing on. Not necessarily on the viewer. Did Drathrix lie? Or just not mention this caveat? Whatever. The devil sets up slowly, looking all around as though wondering where the scepter-wielding devil went. Fuck you, commercial. Such a temper, you say, shaking your head with mock condemnation. Thief, that is not yours, he says, pointing at the magical parchment. He takes a menacing step towards you. I did not think devils from the 605th layer were quite so stupid as to attack an unarmed lady on the infinite staircase, you say. You unroll the parchment. Luckily, it is written in infernal. A glance confirms your suspicion. It is a contract for a soul. Give me what is mine, demon, says the devil. You can tell it is taking everything he has to not launch into a string of profanities. You waste both of our time with toothless demands, you say, as you begin walking up the steps. I wonder how long you can survive out here on the stairway, you shrug. Of course, you could return to your master empty handed. I am sure he will understand. What the hell, phone? I don't know why it's not connecting on my other phone again. Give me a moment, please. Try to fix this. Alright, it is fixed. Although you keep your eyes forward, you can hear the devil following you, stomping up the staircase. If you do not give me what is mine, your fate will be worse than anything you can imagine in the abyss. Ignoring him, you skim the contract as you climb. The way the contract is written, it is of no direct value to you. This is a pity since you could use a soul to crush for power, if nothing else. This devil would be unwise to attack you again, but under the circumstances, you could imagine it. What do you do? Make him grovel, and then give it to him. Rip up the contract. Try to negotiate. What shall we try to do? I really don't want to give him this contract. And I really don't want to rip it up either. Hey, Casual, how's it going, bud? I may still be here. I'm not sure. Depends on how I feel later through the stream. But I may still be here depending on how long it takes you to get home. I'm thinking one or three. I can't decide. And if y'all hear like a little static like noise, that's my fan because it's on. And I'm right beside my fan, so you may hear it. But if I rip up the contract, maybe the soul will come out. But I doubt it. Let's try to negotiate. On and on with your threats, you say as you continue to climb the stairs without turning. I thought devils were the greatest negotiators of the multiverse. The devil's the footfalls speed up, and soon he is on your back. It's all you can do to not turn. You can have my sword, he says. Imagine such a trophy hanging above your bed of depravities. Too heavy for me to carry around, and you are too fat for me to wear your belt or sheath, you say. I want a wish. Motherfucker, I want the sword. I don't care if I can use it yet or not. I'll train with it. The devil replies with a rumbling chuckle. Am I amusing to you? You say. I am in no hurry, are you? Even a stupid pair of tits like you knows I cannot grant wishes. You have me confused with one of the dukes. A minor wish, then, you say. What would you like? He says, his voice a low growl. Here it is, then, you think. He is willing to deal. Oh shit. Gotta restart that on my phone, so that's cool. Anyways. You dare not to play this game for too long. Devils can be crafty, and this one is likely getting desperate. You search your mind for ideas. Your first thought is to ask for information. You want to find the door to a safe dimension where you can thrive. You can ask him and he will not lie. Unlike your own kind, if a devil makes an agreement, they will honor it. However, what if he doesn't know of a safe dimension? And what does safe really mean in the multiverse? Worse than that, devils always try to prevent pervert any arrangement to the woe of those who deal with them. When when dealing with devils, best to keep it simple and specific. Dark nectar. Dark nectar is one of the currencies that devils and demons share. If he has none on him, he can probably summon some. 4 vials of dark, you say. The demon growls. Be realistic. I have not that much. You resume walking up the stairs. Unfortunate, you say. 2 vials. 4 vials, you say. If you keep this up, I will raise it to 5. See, now this is my type of character. I like this succubi. I cannot give you what I do not have, he says. Desperate, this monster's voice, low, grating voice, you think to detect a rising level of desperation. Offer to take 3 vials, hold out for 4, raise it to 5. I will not take 3, that is too little. I could just hold out for 4. Yeah. Or I could raise it to 5, which sounds like something I would do in a game like this. What do you all think? Raise it to 5 or hold out for 4? because I would just keep rising it up until he finally goes back at least to the original deal, if not 5. If I had to keep raising it. I'd much prefer his sword, but these dark vials give me a bunch of life and mana. Any thoughts, people in the chat? I think I'm gonna raise it to 5. Push your luck. Push it. Push it real good. I ain't getting copywritten for that. Nuh-uh-uh-uh. You can go fuck yourself trying to get me to sing that. Hey. Oh, never mind. I was reading what it said and I thought it was him. Very well. 5 it is then, you say. Message, what is it? Oh. There. With a deafening roar, the devil springs at you, swinging his flaming sword. Expecting an attack, you spring back, but his attack is overwhelmingly fast. The tip of his sword slices your abdomen. In a frenzy, he swings again, this time in a chop from above. You leap to the side, and the sword slams into the stone, with an explosion of sparks and flame. See, I would have taken this sword for this parchment. But my character apparently doesn't want it. Maybe if he gets in trouble with the unseen, I can take it. The massive devil lord appears. Instead of cowering, the horned devil lunges at you again, but is knocked aside by the scepter of the Lord. Now on his back, the devil screams as he raises his sword defensively. The devil lord towers over him and brings his scepter down. The scepter connects with the sword, slamming the sword down into the devil's chest. As the scepter smashes into his face, the handsome and overwhelming devil smashes down with his scepter over and over as he shouts, "No violence on the stairway!" The unseen's words are rather ironic. You think as you behold the dark, streaming blood splattering against the walls and staircase. You wonder if this one is Drathrix. Finally, the horned devil is nothing but a twitching mass of gore. The larger devil picks up the flaming sword and then turns to you and holds out his hand. Gods, he is handsome. Well, welcome, Ree. How are you? Not really enthusiasm, just a couple of sips into some wine. But it looks like I'm about to get the sword I wanted for free, and I get to keep the contract. Fucking phone. I do not care. How are you doing, Gree? I hope you're doing well. Well, you should. I'd definitely watch that as long as you gave me a heads up. But give me a second. I'm messaging somebody here. Ow. I'm alright. Whoops, almost used my app. Whoops. Yes, a drink or two. We'll just call it that. Let's see. Do. Uno momento, por favor. I wish I had a whole bottle. But nah, not really. I'm not that big of a drinker. It'd be for a few streams then. I have been atted. By whom? I. Uno momento, por favor. Again. Someone asked for the link. Alright. Well, hello, Passion. How are you doing, dear? Suddenly, you realize your mouth is hanging open. This? You ask as you hold up the contract. He nods and takes it from you. Aw, fuck him, that bastard. The parchment blurs and then is gone. Despite yourself, you find yourself smiling stupidly at him as the handsome devil picks up the corpse of the horned devil. I shoulda just took the 2 or tried to get him to give me 4. What did that say? Hang on 1 second. Oh, fun. It's raining and snowing here at the same time. So I bet that's lovely for you, Passion. In a puff of smoke, the devil and his corpse disappear. Okay, I did read that. Well, that went rather well, all considering, you whisper as you inspect your wound. In time it will heal, yet you hope to keep that memory for eternity. You take a deep breath and continue up the stairway. What the fuck is wrong with my phone? It's trying not to load up messages. There we go. Fuck off, commercial. I don't know why my other phone is acting so weird. Well, it is a shitty, super out of date phone, so it's kind of understandable. Climbing stairs does not take any more effort than descending. Other than that, the infinite staircase dimension works much the same as most of the layers in the abyss. At least the ones you have been to. You cannot jump any higher here. You cannot run any faster. Flying with your demonic bat wings is no different than usual, which is to say it takes more effort than walking, especially since there is no drafts in the air in the stairway to use to your advantage. I am no mindless demon, you say softly out loud. Patience. An opportunity will present itself. Indeed, of those that call the abyss home, succubi are among the most patient. Of course, comparing yourself to such a rabble of demons is not saying much. Demons are repulsive, nearly to the point of madness. It is your favorite weakness of demons, a weakness you often use to defeat them and enslave them. Now, even if you wanted to return to the abyss, a place you hate but understand, you would be hard pressed to do so when you escaped your lair into the stairway. The door disappeared behind you. It probably moved. Since then, you have seen doors with labels written in the abysmal language, the language of your home, but that means little. Any actual portals to the abyss would at least have been misleading labeled, leading you to the wrong layer of the abyss, and many such doors are nothing more than eternal traps set by demons or some other of demonkind's countless enemies. Of course, you could take a chance on one of those portals. You might get lucky. But you did not become Azazel, mistress of the Lampra Fortress, by gambling your eternal existence on a single move. And in your current state, weakened as you are by the destruction of your goddess, even a minor mistake could be your last. Welcome back, casual. You consider summoning Sir Coldpheus Leofric. That's a name, ain't it? Sir. Ugh. Let's see, what could I name him? Oh, normally you call him Jackal. Usually Jack. We'll just call him Jack. That works for me. You have known him nearly as long as you have been a succubus. He was one of the first souls you were sent to corrupt. Pick a phone, I don't care. The two of you spent a human lifetime in the material plane, a land of mortals. Although his body aged and yours did not, even after he died and his soul was cast into the abyss, the two of you have shared a strong connection. He knows nothing of the stairway, you think. It would be a waste of power to summon him, even if you wouldn't mind the company. An opportunity will present itself, you whisper. You think about how to proceed in this stairway dimension. You could hurry along while counting steps as Drathrix likes to do. Maybe you could find some sort of pattern. Perhaps distance between doors or something else will emerge as a clue. Alternatively, you could fly. Flying will require more energy, but you could cover ground more swiftly and perhaps find an opportunity to leave before you become weak with thirst or hunger. Finally, you could travel on the ground as you are, but more slowly, focusing on your senses. Stop and listen, sniff the air, inspect the doors, and such. What shall be your strategy for now? Count the steps and look for patterns. Fly, move slower and more carefully. What do you all think? I'm thinking slower and more carefully. But let's see what you all think. We have one vote for fly, one vote for moving slower and more carefully. The next vote could be the last. Any more votes as to what to do? Count the steps and look for patterns. Fly. Move slower and more carefully. Yeah, good try trying to get me to sing that casual. But, anyways, the flying takes. Oh, this whole place is dangerous. But if I fly, it uses mana. I could count the steps and see if there's a pattern. Doubtful, but you never know. But with moving slower, I focus on my senses and stop and listen, sniff the air, and inspect the doors and such. Oh, I'm trying to find a portal out of this place that'll not kill me. I don't need to pay $10. I get free. I've already boosted some up. I boosted my mana up. What was it? I had 10 spendable. I boosted my mana up 6 or something like that. And I boosted my health up 2. Or, no. I boosted my mana up 4. And. Was it? No, I used it all on mana. That's right, I think. Well, I mean, it's basically D&D just without the dice rolls casual. So that's 2 votes for slow. Alright, we'll go with slow. Right? I feel like you'd go mad crazy counting that many damn shits trying to find a. You can do. You go to the next step. There is a small dark stain, then another lighter stain. There are no elements of nature here, no rain or wind. What does time do to these stones? What caused these stains? The blood or sweat of passing travelers. Drathrix, you say. I wish to converse with you. I have questions you will enjoy answering. Nothing. You call for him a few more times, but still no answer. Maybe he is busy punishing another traveler who broke the rules. Or maybe he is bored of you and has found a new traveler to frighten and interview. Maybe he cannot hear you at all. The stairway is infinite. Perhaps he has lost you forever. Taking a higher view. Alright. Taking a higher view, you can see a slight discoloration in the stonework along the left of the stairway. A subtle path of ever so slightly lighter color. This must be a path worn by travelers, the path that apparently more travelers take than others. When you think of it, you have taken that path also. You keep closer to the outer wall, allowing you to look at the doors closely while having the maximum view of what is ahead. On the widening stairs above and below. The stone is obviously very hard, but not invulnerable. You lean down and scratch the surface with one of your iron fingernails. My fingernails are iron? Okay, that's dope. Half afraid of some reprisal by an unseen, you cannot scratch it. The realization that this seemingly impervious stone can be worn at all makes your stomach fall. What power an entity holds, you think? Think a phone? No, I don't want a VC. Anyways, the stains and wear of the stones give you an idea. You go to the nearest door, and instead of inspecting the door, as you have done many times already since you came here, you inspect the stone on the threshold before it. Nearly immaculate. There are a few tiny worn stains, but nothing that stands out. A door rarely used, do you think? Perhaps there is good reason for that. Perhaps there is nothing but cold black on the other side. But do the doors move? You wonder. If the doors move, practically if or particularly if they move often, then the wear of the stones nearest the door might mean nothing. But what does often mean to eternity? You slowly walk up the stairs, looking close for a pattern. It's not long before you reach the next door. This door seems to have more stains near it than the last one. Perhaps more wear too. You step you sit on the step. As you sit, you consider your next move. You did not become Azazel, binder of souls, by thinking like the other beasts of the abyss. Yet here might be a case where the rabble has wisdom. A popular door must lead to a universe that is at least habitable, if not altogether desirable. The wear marks near a door ought to prove some clue to the popularity of a portal. You smile to yourself. You hate not having a plan. At least I have something, you say to no one. Your voice echoes faintly and then is gone, replaced by absolute silence. Encouraged by your earlier deduction, you consider the other senses, starting with sound. What can I truly hear, you wonder? Shutting your eyes, you relax as best you can and listen. Nothing. Your mind pulls on you to come back to the world. You stay away from nothingness. You have always feared oblivion, even more than torment or degradation. You force your attention back on your sense of hearing. Nothing. And then there is a sound. Footsteps. It came from below. As soon as your mind attempts to seize upon the sound, it stops. You continue to listen, controlling your breath. Nothing. Stalking me, you wonder? After centuries spent in the abyss, perhaps your mind has grown paranoid. There are so many other explanations. After some time, you listen. You decide it is time to move on. If you are indeed being stalked, then the stalker likely will not move until he hears you moving. You continue up the stairs, building up your speed, settling into a rhythm, and then you suddenly stop to listen. Footsteps. Definitely footsteps from below. Welcome back, casual. The footsteps sound like that of a human. Your first thought your first thought is to spread your wings and fly back down the staircase to quickly catch them. However, your large bat-like wings would give you away. What are you? Something you generally like to avoid. Or give away what you are. Bleh. You resume running up the stairs for a few seconds, and then you reverse course and sprint downward. Unfortunately, going down is no faster or easier than going up. Nevertheless, you hope it will be fast enough. A few turns of the stairway, and you see a young man standing frozen in the middle of the stairway. His eyes are wide. Got you think triumphantly. Fuck off. I hate commercials. The man puts his large, smooth hands as though, or puts up his large, smooth hands as though in surrender. Why are you following me? You demand. Although not showing your horns or wings, you hope to be sufficiently intimidating. Oh, he says, I was following you? Did not realize, he stammers. Don't ask me. It's the game. They put some detail in the stupidest of things, but no detail in others. We are a succubi casual, or succubus. I have your attention with large, smooth hands. Okay, good to know, Ree. We are a female succubus. On the next chapter, if I even get through this one tonight, which is highly doubtful because one of these chapters are freaking long as stuff. I did not. I did not catch that. I kinda just been away from streams and streaming basically for the most part for a little while. There for like 2 weeks, I only streamed twice. Also, kinda just wasn't feeling it. What was a long time ago? Oh, that, okay. I mean, when I was streaming more often, it was like every day, a couple times a day, or try to a couple times a day, I should say. But it's kind of hard to stream when your internet connection is shit without a wired connection, and I don't have a wire. If I had a stream or a wired connection, I'd be more up to streaming. Yeah, I know. Which kind of baffles me how my phone stays connected so well for streaming, but yet my PlayStation is shit for streaming. But yet, sometimes it'll let me stream. Well, a couple times it's let me stream for about almost 3 hours on the PlayStation playing God of War, but that's the only game it's ever let me play that long while streaming. And plus, the wire that I would need would at least have to be in the 200-foot range, which is not cheap, I'm sure, by any means. Well, I mean, if you had lots of money, I'm sure it'd be cheap, but you know what I mean. Holy shit, we got 6 people in here, but yet there's only a couple chatting. Did not realize what you say as you close the distance between you, that you would look, well, I thought you might be someone or something else, he says. That's what I'm saying. 200-foot cables are really expensive, especially with somebody who doesn't have very much money coming in. Well, to be fair, it has to go from the upstairs down to the ground floor and then down to the basement where the box is. So basically, there's two floors, and one of them has cement all around it except for most of the top. If my uncle still worked at Staples, he could get me one, but he hasn't worked there for quite a while. He says, as he blushes slightly while averting his gaze. He is a handsome man, clean shaven, but masculine, with a powerful jaw and deep brown eyes. He is only a man, you think. You know men. This could be an opportunity. He may know where you can find a portal to a safe, human populated world. Also, if you crush his soul, you could regain some of the power you lost when you left your world. However, you cannot harm him on the staircase. Who did you hope I was? You say with a slight tease in your voice. My sister, he says quickly, but I feared worse. I followed the sound of your footsteps. I hoped to get a glimpse of you before I revealed myself. You and I are lucky, you say. To find another human by chance on the stairway might take. Bleh. Hi, Gibby. All these notifications. Anyways, to find another human by chance on the stairway might take a year of wandering. Nothing but hideous monsters in this place. To see a person like you, well, it is a welcome sight. My name is Diggory of the village of Two Rivers. Well met. I am Azazel, you say with a warm smile. Holding out your hand delicately, he takes your hand and kisses it, and then you choke him out and he dies. The end. Well, he almost does. You feel his breath on your skin, but his lips do not quite touch. So, Diggory, you seek your sister, you say. Yes, he says. She was taken by a man with the legs of a goat. I am sure your sister could do better, you say. He does not smile at your joke. The beast lured her from our home and into the forest. I followed their tracks to a hollow under a giant tree. I thought it might be his home, yet I found myself on this staircase. Goat legs, you say. A devil, perhaps? A demon, you say? Annoyances Annoyance flashes across the man's eyes. He shakes his head. He played music with a flute made of many different sized pipes. He used these to impress women and men alike. Puts a spell over them, I think. He stank like an animal. So my dude's over here being the Pied Piper. All right. A satyr, you say with a smile. I should have guessed straight off. It's just that the goat legs does not narrow it down as much as you would think. You continue to jest about this, he says, his face flushed red. No, you put up your hands soothingly. I am only happy because I did not expect your sister to be in any mortal danger. Satyrs are, well, they are more like the carnal sort than the murderous kind. Your words offer me no comfort, he says as he pulls a dagger out of a sheath on his belt, and you step back. I can sense her soul. They move swiftly, but I still catch them, or I shall catch them. He looks at you, his eyes wide and desperate. She is but 15 summers old, and with dark hair. I have already described the villain with her. Have you seen them? Bruh, just say she's 15 years old. You ain't gotta use summers. No one like that has come across your path so far. What a stroke of luck, you think. Satyrs are among your favorite prey, as they are incredibly easy to seduce. I have not seen them. Yes, I have seen them. It'd be wise for you to turn back, are my choices. I'm pretty sure if I say yes, shit's gonna hit the fan. Sooner or later. Damn, I've almost been streaming for 2 hours. But, anyways, what do you guys think? Do 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 do. You think? If I told him that, he'll probably just get pissed off at me and just go running off. Sorry, I was just messaging somebody back. Okay. So we got one vote for it would be wise to turn back. Any other input? I feel like these are all shitty choices. I personally would be like, I have not seen them, but I will help you. Bum, bum, bum. I guess that's gonna be the only person who says anything. I guess we're going with it would be wise for you to turn back. Yes, I picked your choice this time, casual. But for some reason, your choices tend to lead some people to their death in games. You have an almost uncanny choice of killing people. Uh, I'm a succubus. Morale is not good for us. We're more of the mischievous type. It is a sure bet that whatever world this rosy cheeked pretty man came from is exactly the sort of place you want to spend some time in. Following a satyr, well, that could go very well, but it is less a sure thing. Satyrs can live in some awfully wild places. Just a wee bit, not much. But that ain't why I'm doing this. I was doing that before I was I was doing a stuttering before I started drinking. Because for some reason my mind isn't trying to think right today. And it's just like there's a stutter in my brain for a minute. Besides, sometimes it's best to say the unexpected to better humble the depths or plume the depths of a man's character. It would be wise for you to turn back and return to your home world, you say. There are worse fates than being lured off by a satyr. Abduction, you mean? He says. Heat rising in his face. You think me a coward? Are you a coward? His eyes blaze with anger, hatred even. That goes beyond anything you would expect from a man of so few years and no visible scars. What do I have to do with it, you ask? You only just met me. I can feel her, says the man, evidently ignoring your question. She is still on this stairway. I will not leave her to that fiend. He rushes past you, taking several steps at a time. Despite your better judgment, you follow. Fuck off, commercial. If I'm not getting paid for commercials, I really don't care to show them on stream. You pay me, then I'll share the commercials with everybody. But until then, fuck off, commercials. You and Diggory jog up the stairway. Her soul is closer, he says. She is of my blood. I can feel her. That's kinda creepy, brother. She must still be on the stairway, you say. I told you, he says, turning back, his bright smile back again. Only the smile is one of triumph, mania even. I mean, that's weird that, I mean, unless his home world is Kentucky or Arkansas or something like that, that's a little weird. There is a wild light in his eyes. He turns back and bounds up the stairs faster. What will you do if you catch up, you ask? Strangle the villain and take my sister back. Violence is not allowed on the staircase, you say. You will be punished severely. Diggory continues on without comment. How are you sure it is this goat-legged man with the pipes, you ask? Did you see him? A glimpse, yes, says Diggory. And I heard his flute and smelled his stench. You're not charmed by his music, you say? I prefer the mandolin. I hate when I fuck up what I'm doing so well. I prefer the mandolin to flute, he says. Oh, cool. Now I gotta restart the stream on this so I can see chat. Well, go fuck myself. I have 3 sisters, but really only claim 2. But they're older than me. And when I was much younger, I used to beat the shit out of their boyfriends whenever they were acting stupid. Just because they're being stupid. In any case, I do not believe he played his pipes for me. Are you not afraid, you ask? She is my sister, he says, turning his head back at you briefly, his face contorted in rage. You throw up your hands in the air. Throw your hands. Throw up your hands and surrender, of course. Boy, if I was drunk, this would be a pain in the ass to read. And it's already a pain in the ass before I'm even drunk. Sorry, just getting this loaded up. So I can actually see shit more. There we are. Excuse. As the two of you climb the stairway, you continue to ask questions, trying to get a better sense of this man. His answers are short and vague, and sometimes he doesn't answer at all, saying something to the effect of, less talk, more haste. 8 out of 10 on what? What you talking about, Willis? Oh, the burp. From what you gather, he is the son of a merchant who sells cloth and some other things. I'm curious as to what these other things are. That Diggory does not elaborate on. The village he is from is a sleepy one, with plain, hard-working people. From the scarce detail he gives, it seems like a peaceful and native place. like something out of a silly children's storybook. Such a village would be an easy hunting ground for you. You continue to pry, asking him about the door to his world, but he only calls it rectangular and of average size. When you ask him how he intends to find his way back with his sister after all this, he waves at you dismissively, saying, I will know the door when I see it. Meanwhile, he asks no questions of you. This is curious, yet perhaps not completely surprising given his focus. His focus is further demonstrated as you encounter a massive slug like monster oozing down the stairs. Diggory does not even turn his head to look at the thing as he continues to bound up the stairway. You try to say a few words to the slug, but it only swivels its ice what? Eye stalks at you for a moment, and then continues its slow journey. That fucked me up because I thought it was going to say its eyes, and then it went to that. You consider casting a charm spell on this young man. Diggory seems to trust you, and so it should be easier to charm him. If for some reason he were to become angry or hostile with you later, an enchantment would be more difficult. On the other hand, bewitching this man could be against the rules. You don't want Drathrix or one of the other unseen pinning you down and ripping your throat out. Another option would be to possess the man, but of course the same risk applies. It is a pity. When you possess another, you leave your native body behind in a comatose state. However, Diggory looks strong enough to carry your body along. Read this in one of your novels that you read when you're by yourself. Oh, trust me, if I had some pop or soda, whatever people want to call it, I'd definitely get a 10 out of 10 at least. Oh, you're telling me to shush now, huh? Did your package come yet, Ree? Haha, giggity. Much better than leaving your helpless home vessel standing vacantly on the stairs. In any case, you will save your power for now, compared to when you rolled over Lamperia fortress in the abyss. You have precious little power left. On that thought, you ponder how it would be nice to crush a soul for power. This man would do. Satyrs and nymphs are even better. Alas, you cannot slay and crush anyone until you leave the stairway. Sure, casual. It's not what we think it is. Mm-hmm. Ooh, a checkpoint reached. The fuck's a checkpoint? Does that give me more usage of the boost? Nope. Wait, what all does that say on the side? I'm curious of what achievements I have so far. Huh. I kind of like that one. Area of effect spell, AoE. When you absolutely positively got to kill every motherfucker in the room, except no substitutes. Yeah, that's the other thought, Ree. At least yours is what, purple? I like that it makes a sound when I tap the screen. It makes a little swishing sound. I don't know if you all can hear it, but I can. Thousands of steps later, Diggory slows as he approaches a door. She is in there. I know it, he says. Yes, search your feelings. You know it to be true. The door is larger than most human doors, yet not nearly as large as some you have seen. It is made of wood and intricately carved with a trying to figure out how to say that. Sylvan scene, including satyrs. What might be three sprites, men and women drunk on wine. Spirits, not sprites. Anyways, how can you be so sure your sister went this way, you ask? My sister. She is one of my own blood, he says as he grabs an iron door handle, which is fashioned in the form of a scroll of parchment. He pushes the door open to reveal pitch blackness. Are you ready? He asks. What do you say? Yes, let's save your sister. You scouted out first. Nah, I'll stay here. I'm good, brother. What do you all think? And remembering my character has a fear of the black void. That's why I was just saying that to let y'all know. Let you think about it. Really? Really? Really, brother? Really? Really? Let me holler at you. Let me holler. Let me holler. Let me holler at you. Let me holler. Come on. Let me holler. Let me holler at you. Come on. Let me holler. Let me holler. Let me holler at you. I don't know. For some reason, a scene popped up in my head from, I think it was Jackass. Can't remember, but they had a dude who could say holla super fast. I don't know why it popped into my head. Maybe because YouTube has been putting Jackass clips onto YouTube so I can watch them. Like, out of nowhere, they just decided to show up one day. And I not even talked about Jackass, so it's weird. Well, Casual, don't you go having any wet dreams about that fantasizing now. I mean, yeah, that's probably going to be the one I'd choose. But something tells me it's somewhat of a trap. When it comes to me and choices like this, even in an actual D&D game, it takes me a little bit before I figure out what I'm going to do. Because you gotta think for the future of the game. And I don't really want to die. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna mess with your little sis except for you. Shit, what was I watching the other day that had a really fucked up line in it? Oh, it was something along the lines of the dude saying that he ain't gonna let nobody mess with his little sister, like nobody's gonna fuck her. Or, yeah, it's the Wolf of Wall Street. That's what it was. And it was his cousin, not his sister. I ain't gonna let nobody put their dick in my cousin. Shit. I'm gonna get to it first. Yuck. Alright, let's go with yes. Let's save your sister. Why do I not like how that looks? Yes, let's save your sister, you say. Diggory smiles and holds out his hand. Daintily, you accept his hand and the two of you walk into the darkness. Fuck off, you're not paying me. Ah, my ear. I need a better headset. First, you hear ringing, which fades away as your vision clears. You're in a stone hallway, lit by regularly spaced torches. And, oh, I thought I'd just seen another chat. Never mind. With marble walls covered in lush green vines. Life, you think. That's encouraging. Degree is standing a few meters away, staring at you. He smiles. Glad you joined me. He puts out his hand. Shall we? I'm gonna go ahead and boost my health up a couple. Fuck, of course it disconnects from my phone. Other phone, not this phone. Uno momento, por favor. Hey, I never said I'd do that to my sister. I was just saying, well, because it's casual. Oh no, I'd fantasize about your sister too if she looked nearly as good as you do. But anyways, choices are say after you or take his hand. What do y'all think? Some tells me this motherfucker's just trying to trick me, but that's just my paranoia. But what do y'all think? I did boost my life up too, just in case. Okay, that sounds like something somebody who really loves his sister would say. And I don't mean that in a good way. Alright, after you. After you say, mustering your most cheerful tone. He sighs. You know, I will not think less of you for holding my hand here. Even I have my fears of this place. You smile. Maybe when I have gotten to know you better. You wave at him. Please show the way. His smile trembles slightly. Very well. I shall lead the way, then, he says. He turns and walks swiftly down the hall, his head turned to the side slightly. Up ahead, you see what appears to be stairs going down. Now that you're no longer in the infinite stairway, you are free to do what you wish. Your first thought is to attack Diggory from behind, giggity. As a succubus, you are stronger than most humans, and have iron nails. Once he is slain, you can crush his soul for power. Another option would be to try to possess him and find out what he knows. Or you could keep your soul in your body and try to charm spell on him. Finally, you could simply just follow Diggory. Why does everything want to use mana? Anyways, what do y'all think? Attack him from behind, possess him, charm him, or follow? Attack him sounds like a bad idea, and so does possess. And really, charm sounds not the greatest either. But that's just because it uses mana. But if I possess him, it would be easier to manipulate him later. I mean, I know I'm a succubus. We got one down for charm. And I mean, of the two that uses mana, that seems like the easiest. But he was also able to fend off the charm of the pan flute from the satyr, so I don't know. And that's even if he is telling the truth and not going to try to kill us. Like I said, I have a very paranoid mind when it comes to games like this. Is that the only one who's going to put any input in? Is Casual? Because he likes to kill people in games. Just saying. I've seen him do it. But to be fair, me and him both told the dude to puss out like a bitch and restream so she'd kill him. Alright, looks like charm it is. Mana decrease 3. Love me, you say in a voice using the abysmal language while you wave your hand. Diggory turns around with a goofy smile on his face. He lowers his dagger. He strides towards you, his free hand out as though he might intend to grab your breast. Something is not right, you realize. You cannot feel a proper connection with him. See, you're always trying to kill somebody, ain't you? Damn it, Casual. From now on, I'm just going to start doing the opposite of what you say. Focused on his hand going for your breast, you largely forgot about his dagger hand until it's too late. Twisting away, you avoid the thrust that seemed aimed to puncture up under your rib cage and into your lungs. However, the blade slices deep across your abdomen. It's too late to apologize. I said it's too late. You claw his throat. Diggory snarls, and then huge bat wings. See, I told you this motherfucker was going to be against us. Diggory snarls, and then huge bat wings burst out of his back. See, I told you something didn't feel right about this whole damn shit. Now, see, if I was with an adventuring guild-like type thing, like a bunch of people, whatever, just doing like a little party raid or whatever you want to call it, I'd be like, see, you dumb motherfuckers, this is why I said it. But I ain't calling y'all dumb. I'm just saying that's what I'd say to the party if they didn't listen to me. But to be fair, they'd probably 90% of the time be right. You kick him in the stomach, throwing him back, and then shove him down the stairs. He somersaults onto his feet, and he is no longer Diggory. Below you stands a tall and beautiful female, almost as beautiful as yourself, wearing a tight black dress, tattered on the hem by what appears to be recent travel. She is wearing the Dark Heart amulet around her neck, an obsidian round disc with the abysmal rune for love, held in the clutches of a pair of gold talons. It is a magical item that prevents one's true nature from being detected by arcane or divine means. It is a handy item for a succubus to wear, but it will not aid her now. Myran. Myrain. I'm just gonna call this bitch Myra. That's gonna be the simplest. Oh boy. Myra, you shout. You are my servant, my slave. How dare you betray me? Myra's large, dark eyes are murderously set on you as she clutches at her bloody throat. God damn! You hurl yourself down at Myra. Or Myra. Whatever the fuck I said I was calling her. Myra. Grappling her tail. Her tail whips around and slashes your arm, ripping into your flesh. You rake your nails over her face, digging into her eye sockets. She screams as she lashes you again with her tail, tearing across your flank. How much life am I gonna lose? Damn. Oh, it's a good thing I saved it, huh? Oop. Not right now. Normally I would watch for some coins or something, but since I'm on stream, fuck it. You slam her head against the stone wall, splitting it with her pitch black blood. Her tail spasms and her nails dig into your shoulder. Let me show you. It is that one right above my gallery that has the one above it, the D&D style choice game. As to what it actually is, fuck if I know, because it was called something else before that. But it was basically the same thing, just with a slightly different name. Not much. You smash her head again and again until the side of her pretty skull becomes mushy. Right? I mean, they couldn't just straight out call it D&D though, because they'd probably get in a shit ton of trouble. But since you also don't have to roll dice, which sucks in my opinion, because that's half the fun of the game, is seeing if you can get any good rolls. Her whip tail continues to thrash spasmodically. So you shove her slumping body down the stairs to avoid any more injury to yourself. Taking a deep breath, you listen. You cannot hear anything over the death throes of Myra. The beating of her wings and the splashing of her limbs against the stone stairs. Slapping. I don't know why I said splashing. Probably because my brain was going too fast for my mouth to actually speak the words. Which is usually why I fuck up. You don't notice the sound of any bones breaking. Myra had a strong body, and so it's little wonder that it is trying to hold on. I mean, yeah, it is pretty chill. But if it wasn't nighttime, I'd probably get a little bit more into it. But I'm actually getting into it, just not as much as I would if I was home alone by myself. No doubt her soul has not fled yet. You begin down the stairway. Crushing Myra's soul will provide you with a significant amount of power, and although this succubus had been your servant for at least a century, you never liked her much. Hey, there we go. Wait, why does that increase my morale? That's weird. I wonder if morale gives you more luck so you can do like better boosts later on. Because there's luck and then there's spendable luck. Wait, what'd that say above that? Oh. Yeah, I already knew that. Blood-colored ooze spatters out of countless cracks in the rocks around you, and up through the cracks in the stairs. Some of the ooze plops down from the ceiling onto your bare feet. Blech. A pleasant warmth begins to spread through your body as you fling the ooze away and turn to flee. More ooze splatters on your shoulder. The warmth and pleasure begins to intensify. Without thinking, you run your hand over the wall, covering your hand in the bloody goop. More pleasure and warmth. Split, you whisper. Soul Split is a Soul Split is a Yukos gel infused with the tiny bit of purity that can be squeezed out of some demon souls. The goo is alive and will seek out the living, draining them. However, demons have long ago adopted to extract more of the ooze than the ooze takes from them. Indeed, the richest demons bathe in the goo regularly, leaving only gray, decayed paste in the bath after. You chuckle. Am I now rewarded? You ask. No one you can see. Was Myra so unpopular? Even in the abyss, there are rewards. Nevertheless, they are few, and they usually come with strings attached. Despite the uneasiness in your mind, it's hard to reject this boon as it bubbles up around your feet and dribbles down upon your scalp. You turn back down the stairway and slowly descend, taking care not to slip on the spit pushing up through your toes. Ew, spit. The fuck's this bitch walking in? You scoop ooze from the walls, allowing it to dribble down your arms. You set your eyes on the now motionless corpse of Myra. To crush her soul while slathered in soul spit, now that is going to be pleasure. A gust of crisp air comes up to you as you begin descending the steps. The stairway must go deep inside. The air holds a hint of rot. A part of your mind is uneasy. You should be afraid, yet the magnificent ooze pulls the fear out of you and replaces it with power. Myra, I see you wear my necklace. You call down to her, your words trembling out casually as you take a slow step down toward her corpse. I should know better than to lend out my things. A few steps down, there is a mighty grinding noise, and the stairs fold down, instantly creating a steep ramp. You begin a luxurious slide on the impossibly slippery ooze. Likewise, Myra is sliding down ahead of you, her lifeless body slapping against one wall and then the other. Any doubts you might have had that this was a trap are gone now. Still, what a lovely trap. You prepare your wings. The chute is not large, but there ought to be more than enough room to flap your wings and fly if you need to. Meanwhile, you're going to slide through the lovely spit. This is weird. Why has it got to be called spit? Your pleasure ride, Giggity, is only a moment before a wave of rotten stench rises up along with the large demon furiously flapping his oil drenched, feathered wings at you. Ew. You recognize him. It's Behemoth, another one of your servants. Although a powerful thug, Behemoth was always an idiot who could never hide his intentions. The expression on his ugly, tusked face tells you that he is set on killing you. A few options come to you. You could pretend like you cannot fly and wait for the big demon to swoop down before making your move, hopefully giving you an advantage in combat. Another option is to attempt to charm him with a spell. Finally, you could leave your body to try to possess him. If you can take over his body, you can use it to rescue your own comatose body. And what do y'all think? Combat with a trick, attempt a charm spell for 3 mana, or attempt a possession for 2, which I think will fail, even though it should work, because he is a simpleton. The last time I tried to use a possession on somebody who was full of rage and or anger, it did not go very well. Just a heads up. I'm not opposed to using the combat with a trick or using attempt a charm spell, but those are really the only two I'd go for. Did you fall asleep yet, Casual? Casual. Let me guess. Attempt a possession? OMG, what? Well, fine then, be that way. I won't let you be special then and make you a mod. So I'm guessing that's 2 possesses since Ree said that I wouldn't like her answer. Are you really calling me and Ree lame sauce? And if you answer that with a yes, you're getting hit with a mod status, by the way. I have almost finished the alcohol I have. Ugh. Oh, Ree, that's mean but funny. That's fucked up. Oh, man. I'll let you decide if he can come back before then. Okay. Well, that's all on you. I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. And that was the last of my drink. Oh, I thought you could bring him back before then. Whoops. I'm sorry, Casual. She did it. You're talking to a person who doesn't know anything about that other than to make a mod and unmake a mod. All it's given me is go to channel, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, or add a moderator. So I don't know. Well, we'll see you in like 6 minutes, bud. But he said attempt a possession. Was that what you were thinking, Ree? Oh no, I dropped my mic. Oh, scusi. And I know if I put him as a mod now, he'd probably just do the same to you now. Again. Which would kind of be funny, but. Then I'd only be left with what his choices are, and they keep killing me. Or damaging me. Sorry, I need my light for a moment, y'all. I'm trying to find something. There it is. Okay. I'll try it. And then I accidentally just put user in timeout again. Are you back, Casual? If you are, I will unmod you. If you are able to message me now, I will undo the mod. But if not, you shall forever be a mod. And that's only if you can chat. Y'all are mean to each other. Really? Really? Now, if you don't say anything, I will mod you again. Sure, Ree, you're not mean to anybody. Ha ha ha. Not a soul. He's back, everybody. Welcome back, Casual. I call bullshit. Y'all are a bit mean to each other. When have you ever been mean to him? You just timed him out. So technically, there's your first instance right there. The only person I'm mean to is an Indian guy. Hat's mean to him and Leon. What? Can I have an English translation, please? Who, Leon or the Indian guy? And before I get in trouble, is it Indian or Native American? Because there's a big difference. That's fucked up, Casual. Okay, so he's India Indian. As opposed to no other kind of Indian, because that's not what they like to be called. Other than India Indians. No, I meant that's fucked up that he banned Casual. I mean, who doesn't deserve a good dick, am I right, Ree? Oh, yes, quite indubitably. You know, that sounds about right. Ree, that sounds really right. I know, that's why you have a package coming in the mail. Or at least that's what you say. Who knows, it may have arrived and you're just not saying anything. After that last half, oh, giggity. After that last half of the drink, I'm feeling a little bit good. But to be fair, that was about 12 ounces of wine that was in the last half, if not more. Not telling us what, Ree? Huh? Yeah, right, Casual? We had the same thought at the same damn time. Right after I said that, I seen that pop up. That's clouded. Aw, come on, darling, you can tell me. I won't tell nobody. I mean, really, there's no reason to tell them, but I'm just curious of when you're gonna have fun. No. Right? I was kind of thinking along the same thing, casual, but I kind of didn't want to say it. I thought you said you were only nice, Ree. You're not mean. Oh, so you have others. Are you starting a collection, are you? I mean, I've heard you call people sweetheart before or something along those lines. So that must have mean you had a new package delivered around that time. Fucking YouTube is unavailable on my TV, so I gotta restart it. Cool. But I got your chat pulled up on another phone so I can see all what's going down. Ow. When the hell did I get to 3 hours on this stream? Basically, anyway. Anyways. I call bullshit. I call bullshit on that real hard, Ree. I've heard you use deer and stuff for Poppy, yes. And you have referred to me as a nickname that we shall not talk about here. Besides Big Nasty. Big Nasty is only when I drink. The other one is for any time of the day. Big Nasty was the second one that I decided to choose for myself. The first one I didn't choose. Oh, this earpiece is killing my ear. No. But if you ask me nicely, no. Here's a little fun fact for the people who don't know. I was with somebody one day, a little bit after that movie came out. And since my name's that name, my first name anyway, I decided to say it. I'm going to wreck it! Right before we did the deed. There's a little fun fact for my audience of 3 people. I'm pretty sure Gibby is still in here just lurking. I don't even think that's Virgin anymore, Ree. When a dude legally gets his name changed to McLovin. Like his first name is Mick and his last name's Levin. What's your name? McLovin. What? Now, you see, I really didn't care for that movie a lot. Granted, it wasn't a bad movie. It's just not one of my favorites. Granted, I liked a lot of the actors in it. Alright, here's the thing. Jonah Hill used to be funny. Used to be. Until all this PC bullshit started going down, and now he's become a little... I don't know how to be nice about it. So I'm just gonna say it. Basically a little bitch. Like when he was in This Is the End, it was pretty fucking funny. I liked it. But like after that movie, his comedy's kind of dried up a bit. I mean, I like 21 Jump Street and shit, but that's because he had somebody to play off of. I'm sure if he didn't have anybody else to play off of, I wouldn't like him near as much. But alright, Reed, did you say attempt to possess him? Because I know Casual did. And about half this video is me just talking to you guys. It's not even reading. Yeah, Danny McBride. I don't know. I like crude humor too. He is funny with some of his crude humor, but some of it's just weird. Because he reminds me of somebody who I thought was really fucking weird, who ended up being really fucking weird. Exactly. He creeps you out. And I learned some shit about the dude who reminds me of him. And it's basically what you'd think with him. He reminds you of somebody who does some stuff with some people who are not quite of age. Hey, I brought you back, didn't I? And I made you not a moderator again, did I not? Alright, well, good night, casual. Ugh. Excuse me. But, seeing as how this stream has been going on for about 3 hours now, and it's almost 1, I may end it. I'm not sure yet, though. Let's see how long this page is. It's not super long. So I may just read it. I'm just a baby. Reminds me every time whenever I hear baby of that fucking Tenacious D movie where he's crying on the bench right after he gets out to Hollywood. Alright, I'll read this one and then I'll stop. Oh yeah, he's one of my favorite actors just because he's fucking wild and off the wall. I really wish he was in more movies than what he is. And that they'd make a Tenacious D too. You project your soul out of your body, soar up, and plunge into the behemoth. It is like grappling with pure corruption. Still, you possess enough demon. You've possessed enough demons to know how to handle them. Fortunately, Behemoth is stronger in body than he is in mind. Soon you are able to push down his squirming consciousness. Unfortunately, by the time you take control and look through your hijacked eyes, you have already lost control of your host's flight. Ooh, excuse me. After scraping along the wall, you come down hard onto the ramp, splattering warm, wonderful split soon. That's still weird that it's called spit. You too are sliding down. It takes a few seconds to take control of your muscles, and then you flap furiously and launch off the ramp. You spot your beautiful native body. I don't know, but it's kind of weird that they call it spit. Your beautiful native body, sliding down the ramp ahead. Your original body is on its back, eyes rolled up, with only white showing, limp limbs flailing as if as it ricochets helplessly against one wall after another. Your body will be pulverized if you don't pick it up. With a mighty flap, you close most of the distance between you and your original body. Suddenly, the soul of the behemoth surges up, and you lose control of a wing. You careen down and strike the ramp again, cartwheeling once. You push Behemoth's soul down again and take full control of his body, this time to grab the ankle of your helpless native body. You pull your small frame into your embrace and struggle to get right side up so that you can launch off the ramp again. However, despite the succubus body and your arms being light, the ramp is so slippery that you are having difficulty gaining leverage. Behemoth's soul surges again, and you push him down. Meanwhile, the ramp becomes steeper. Next time on D&D. Will we ever find out what happens to the ramp? Will we ever figure out why the shit's called spit? Find out next time on D&D. I know. I mean, I could keep the stream going and just talk to y'all for a little bit. This whole story is nothing but a cliffhanger, just so you know. I know you are, girl. So was I. I'm not really gonna stay and talk to y'all. Nah, that'd be mean if I really meant that. But like I've said, this whole story is nothing but cliffhangers because the whole chapter that I've been doing has taken 3 episodes of being about 3 hours long each. But I only mainly do this one when you're around because I know you like this one. Granted, I know you'll show up to any of them, but I know that you particularly like this one. So I do it from time to time. Who knows, maybe tomorrow I'll do some more. Remember, that's a maybe, not a I will. Comes back in 2 minutes and starts playing it again. But yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next stream. So have a good night, y'all. And look at the infiniteness. It's infinitely going. But have a good night, y'all. Much love. And I'll see you when I see you. Oh god, the infinite loop. And yes, I'm just gonna let the infinite loop go for a second. Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. It does look cool, but it's annoying. Oh, yay, my Cheshire cat. Oh god, it infinited for a second. That actually looked cool as infinited. Oh shit, I did it again. I was trying to click the other thing.